Hello, good morning. Welcome once again. Welcome to Dawudila Patente. And before going ahead, we would like to remind you to like and subscribe our videos and share as much as you can. Today we are taking it from Rimorchi and Semirimorchi. These are trailers. The bigger they have, the smaller ones. Let's see the definition. If you can see the picture, these are what we call Rimorchi in Italian, because they are cars that do not have an engine of their own. In order to move them, you have to attach them to a vehicle that will train them, that will pull them. Ok? I rimorchi o semirimorchi sono veicoli privi di motore destinati ad essere trainati. It says trailers, any size of them, are vehicles, so they are considered vehicles. Okay, that do not have an engine, and in order to move them, you need to pull them. I rimorchi leggeri sono quelli di massa massima a pieno carico fino a 750 kg. It says light trailers are those that when fully loaded, they should not go beyond, comprehensively, they should not go beyond 750 kg. That is the maximum weight. That it doesn't mean that it is the maximum load that they could carry. The load plus the vehicle itself should not go beyond 750 kg. It doesn't matter how much that trailer weighs, but the trailer plus the load should not go beyond 750 kilograms. Be mindful of that. I semirimorchi non sono rimorchi privi di impianti frenanti. These trailers, you don't see them and think they do not have brakes. Yes, they have brakes. This is why when attacking them to any vehicle, there is a plug whereby whenever you apply a vehicle, a car, a brake, a brake of the vehicle that is pulling them, automatically their brakes will be activated. So they have brakes too. Whenever you see, you read these trailers, the trailers are deprived of brakes, is false. It is false. They are meant purposely to be let's say breakable whenever it is necessary. Non è vero che sono muniti di silenziatore. It is not true that they have silencers. So whenever you read that these kind of vehicles, they will usually lower the noise of any vehicle. That is not true. It says in quanto non hanno motore, because they do not have engine. Let's see the short video and then we proceed. Okay, this is what we meant vehicles. These are considered vehicles, but for them to be moved, you need to attach them to a different another vehicles. Let's go through the video again and see. Okay, if you can see the pipe attached to that instrument that will be attached to another vehicle for them to be pulled. Those are the devices that will usually be connected to their brakes. So whenever you brake, you apply a brake of any vehicle that is pulling them, automatically they will brake too. Otherwise, it will be difficult to stop that vehicle, because once you apply the brake, if they continue moving, they will push you forward. So that is the logic behind it. So let's try to look at questions that we usually see during our quiz exams from this topic. I caravan o roulet sono rimorchi attrezzati per essere adibiti ad alloggio. It says when you talk about caravan or roulet, they are considered as campers. These campers that they are famously known for as, let's say, caravan. These are vehicles, as we saw in the video, that more or less, but they would be, let's say, meant for an accommodation whenever they are parked. these are caravans. Okay, they do not have engine of their own, but they are meant to be transported, and they are meant for an accommodation too. So the question says, caravans, they are trailers. To be able to move them, you need to pull them, and they are meant for an accommodation too. That means you can sleep inside. Vero, that is true. I caravane roulé sono utilizzabili come alloggio solo con veicolo fermo. It says caravan vehicles, let's say mobile homes, let's call them mobile homes. They are meant to be used for accommodation only when the vehicle is at a stop. It is not moving, it is parked. Only when the vehicle is parked, that is when they are used for accommodation, like to sleep inside, to eat inside, to do whatever you wish to do inside. I caravan o roulé sono muniti di targa. It says trailers also have their own number plate. This is true. They have their registration number. I rimorchi o semirimorchi sono veicoli privi di motore destinati ad essere trainati. It says trailers, they have one, the bigger ones, the smaller ones. These are vehicles that did not have an engine of their own, and they are destined to be trained, to be pulled in order to move them. I rimorchi leggeri sono quelli di massa massima a pieno carico fino a 750 kg. It says the light trailers, these are vehicles when loaded, fully loaded, plus the load and the trailer itself. Their weight should not go beyond 750 kg. That is true. L'auto snodato non è classificato un let's say rimorchio. Lorries that let's say have their vehicle attached to the trailer, to the box. When you see these big trucks, they are attached to each other. The trailer, the box is not separable from the vehicle where the engine is mounted. They are not considered trailers. In fact, they are not trailers because they are attached to each other. L'auto caravan non è un rimorchio. When you hear about caravan, from till this point we are talking about caravan. L'auto caravan means a trailer plus the vehicle attached to each other, and they cannot be separated. So this is whenever you hear that, you hear auto caravan, that means a car plus caravan. Caravan is also said in you call them as caravan in English too, but these are vehicles that are usually without an engine, and you need to pull them, or let's say attach them to a vehicle to be to pull them. They are not considered trailers. Auto caravan, a vehicle that is meant for accommodation. These are caravan. We are talking about caravan. They are let's say mobile homes. They are meant for accommodation only when the vehicle is parked, but they are not considered caravan simply because the vehicle and the trailer, they can never be separated. So this is why they are not trailers. They are auto caravan. Let's see the questions that are false. È possibile alloggiare nei caravan o roulé durante la circolazione? It is possible to live or to be accommodated, to sleep, to do whatever you wish to do in one's particular home whenever these caravans are on the move. No, this is why it's false. They are livable only when the vehicle is parked. You don't sleep in them when they are on the move. I caravan o roulé sono rimorchi destinati ai lavori agricoli. It says caravan, these vehicles that are not, let's say, they do not have an engine attached to them. To move them, you need to attach them to a vehicle, particular vehicle, to pull them over. And these are caravans, and they are also meant for an accommodation whereby one can live in them simply. It says they are meant for an agricultural work. This is why it is false. That is not true. The third question says: I caravan o sono rimorchi destinati esclusivamente al trasporto di attrezzature turistiche e sportive. It says caravans are meant for the transportation of tourist materials and sport materials. That is not true. They are meant for an accommodation. You live in them. One can live in them. Il caravan non è un rimorchio. It says caravan is not a trailer. It is a trailer because it doesn't have an engine of its own. So all these vehicles that you see, you can see, they are trailers. The one on the same line with the boat under the cart, which is carrying, I think it's a motorbike, quadricycle. These are what we call quadricycle. They have four tires. That is a caravan. It is a camper whereby you can live in. Let's say it is a mobile home, but it doesn't have an engine of its own, so it is called caravan. It is a trailer because it doesn't have its own engine. This is why this question is wrong, because it says they are not trailers. They are trailers, in fact. The third to the last question says: I rimorchi leggeri sono quelli di massa massima a pieno carico fino a 500 kg. We says the light trailers, when loaded, fully loaded, the load plus the trailer itself should not go beyond 750 kg. That is the maximum load. The question says 500 kg is the maximum load. So this is why it is wrong. The maximum load is 750 kg. I semirimorchi sono rimorchi privi di impianti frenanti. They said the smaller trailers are trailers that do not have, let's say, a braking device to stop the vehicle. It is not true. All these trailers are meant in a way that whenever attached to a vehicle, particular vehicle, there's a pipe that will be attached to that vehicle, so that whenever a brake is applied from that vehicle, that driver, the same thing will activate. The same brake will activate the brake of that trailer. So they are all with their own brakes. So whenever you apply a brake to stop, they will be stopped too. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense if they don't have their braking system. Or whenever a vehicle whenever a driver is trying to stop that vehicle, when you apply the brake, that trailer will push you forward. So this is why they are brake contemporaneously. Okay. The last question says: I rimorchi sono muniti di silenziatore. They have silencers that will, let's say, reduce noises from the engine that is pulling them. That is not true. They do not have silencers. So because they do not have engine. We can read it from the last phrase here. Non è vero che sono muniti di silenziatore. It's not true that they have silencers because they do not have engine. So we will stop here with you, and thank you once again for following the channel. This is Dawood Jola Patente. Thank you and have a good day.